Hey guys, Sandie here. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited. I am scrapbooking rainbows today. You guys know I love doing that. So I have a couple different products to help me do that. And I'm actually scrapbooking a photo of a rainbow. I promise there is a rainbow there. It might not pick up on the camera, but there is one there. So I have Chroma Glaze in a rainbow of colors. I also have the Paint It Rainbow Stencil, the Radiant Rainbow Stamp Set, and watercolor rainbow paper. Got rainbows everywhere. I'm so excited. So let's see what I can do. So I'm going to start off by taping my stencil down to my cardstock. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because the stencil lines are thin and I don't want to get any stray media onto my cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and take my glazes and I'm going to alternate them to figure out which colors I am going to use. So I had to Roy G. Biv my stencil right there. You could see me going that way. And I'm just going to take my Chroma glazes and I am going to just go ahead and place them down. Now I'm using a palette knife and I am definitely going over top of the taped areas of the stencil. And that's okay. That is the whole point of it being there. It is a taped area and it's nice because I can be a little bit more messy and maybe even a little lackadaisical with my Chroma mist, and I don't have to worry about it. So I slowly peel off the tape and also pull up the stencil, and I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to do the same thing down in the bottom corner. So if you can't tell, my photograph is a photo of a rainbow. I took it while we were driving, and I went and pulled each color of the rainbow from the watercolor rainbow paper pack. And I'm just going to trim it down to 4.5 by 6. This will give me a good mat around my photo. And I'm also going to go ahead and make these mats kind of messy. So you're gonna see a little bit of each color around my photograph. I'm also going to take a piece of black cardstock and trim that down as well. So this is going to be 4.25 by 5.75. And what that is going to do is allow my photo to have a black mat around all of the color. I don't know why I was looking through the paper pack right there, other than I just like looking at the rainbow papers. So I go ahead and mat that photo right on top of the black cardstock. And like I said, that's going to give me a little bit of differentiation and a little bit of pop over this messy stack. So I'm just taking the colors and alternating them so that they go from red to purple. And then I'm also going to pull out the Radiant Rainbow Stamp Set. Now, I've used this stamp set before. You guys have seen it in action, and I used it with colorful rainbows. So this time I'm going to go black and white with my rainbows because I really want the decoration to pop against my rainbow stenciling and also my rainbow photo. So I'm going to go ahead and use the stamp positioner tool. This is going to make it super easy, so when I stamp down the image, if I don't have a precise, clean, crisp, dark, solid black image, what this is going to allow me to do is drop the ink back down in the same exact space and get a bit of a darker, crisper, cleaner image. So I go ahead and do that and press those down. I am really happy with the results. So what I'm going to do once I finally finish stamping those rainbows is cut them out. And I'm just going to fussy cut them. Now, the Radiant Rainbow Stamp Set does have a matching die set. I just don't have it. But as you can see, it is really easy to fussy cut some rainbows out. You just want to make sure that the hand that is holding your scissors is not moving. You are literally just opening and closing the scissors, and you're making all of the movement with your opposite hand. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of adhesive to these rainbows. And then I'm going to place them on some black cardstock. And I do this because I feel like adding the black edge of cardstock just finishes off the rainbows. So it feels kind of funky doing a black and white rainbow when they are so beautifully colored. But doing this and having that little black edge matting the black and white image, I just really think it just finishes it off and gives it a nice pop. So I'm going to stamp off some more of these rainbows right here. And again, I'm using that stamp positioner tool so that I can get nice, crisp, clean, stamped images. So I get those down, and of course I'm going to fussy cut them again. And remember, this is easy fussy cutting. They are literally rainbow shapes, you guys. Like, you don't even have to worry about it. So the one rainbow has hearts on the inside of it, so I decide to leave those hearts there. I'm not going to fussy cut so that the inside of the rainbow has an arch, but you could definitely do that. That isn't something that you have to do. You could also cut apart these rainbows if you wanted skinny decorative bits. However, I liked mine all in one spot. So as you can see, I finished placing my chroma mist through my stencil, and now I have this beautiful colors right here that go from red to violet. I trimmed down my cardstock and go ahead and matte that on a black piece of cardstock as well. I figured since I was having all of these pops of black, it made sense to have my background be a black sheet of cardstock as well. I'm figuring out where I want my rainbows to go, and then I'm going to figure out the rest, the final touches, right? I do try to use some washi tape. I try to use various stickers from my stash. They really just don't turn out the way I want them to. I do decide to pop up this rainbow on some fun foam, which definitely works. And then I'm like, okay, well, what if I put the rainbow on the left side instead of the right side? And honestly, guys, like, it's a hot mess. It's the Hot Mess Express. I cannot figure out for the life of me how to get my rainbows down to overlap over my stenciled area. I end up with this, and then my title feels like it's getting lost. So it's this gorgeous blue that coordinates with my rainbow, but it's not the best. So I'm going to end up pulling that off and finding something else. I did have this black heart right here from my stash, and I thought, oh, this will work. However, it doesn't work, you guys. Like, it just doesn't work. So that heart comes off, and I'm like, but you know what? I really do like the fact that there could be hearts on this page. So I take my entire layout and put it in my large stamp positioner tool, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp down some hearts. Now, I really liked that big heart down there, and I like the fact that my rainbow up at the top of the page has hearts on the inside of it. And I just really think that this adds like a little bit of fun and love to the layout. So I am going to do some down here as well. Ultimately, like I said, that large heart comes off of the layout because at this point it is distracting from the photo, and it's also distracting from the decoration I already have going on this page. Now remember, guys, it is totally okay to pull something off of your layout if you don't like it. You definitely don't have to put something down. If you put it down on your layout, it isn't forever, right? Like, pull it off if you don't like it. Now I'm thinking about adding some more stamping. I'm like, okay, am I going to put in more rainbows to make this heart work? So I stamp out some more rainbows. And again, I am multiple stamping it because I am using the stamp positioner tool. You guys, I cannot express to you how much more satisfying stamping is when you have a stamping tool like this. So I'm going to go ahead and trim down these rainbows. Again, I stamped a rainbow that had the heart on the inside of it. Going to add a little bit of adhesive and do that black border on the outside of this one as well. And I just think that they look so cool. So you guys know I love to scrapbook rainbows, but I just do have to say these black and white rainbows really just pop on this layout. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of fun foam so that this rainbow could be lifted up a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of a slight texture. So then I'm going to take a sand eraser and erase some little things. I thought I was going to erase the picture, and I end up kind of really erasing that rainbow, so I filled it in with some blue. I'm going to have to reprint this photo, but there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my layout with the Chroma Glazes. Look at that beautiful shine. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.